stories for Shabbos. Rav Gedalia Shor was on a train ride and he got into a conversation with another nice man. Now let me tell you who Rav Gedalia Shor was before I tell you what happened in the story. Rav Gedalia Shor was a Rosh Yeshiva in the 1900s in Brooklyn, a great Rosh Yeshiva, a big Talmid Chacham. In fact, Rav Aaron Kotler once called him the first Gadol of America, the first truly great rabbi of America. There are stories about how much Gemara he could learn in one day and how deep and complicated his shiurim were on all topics. His students became great rabbanim. He was known as one of the greatest Talmidei Chachamim, but he was also known as an incredible Rebbe. He was a Rosh Yeshiva who had students who he loved and he taught and he cared for and he was there for them. So this is the story of Gedalia Shor on the train. The man that he got into a conversation with happened to be a professor. So he was a professor. I don't know exactly his area that he taught in, but clearly he was a very smart man who was very knowledgeable in a particular area. He was Jewish, but he wasn't a big Talmid Chacham. He didn't know so much Torah. He was a professor in some other subject or in some other wisdom. So in their conversation, I don't think he realized how great and who Rav Gedalia Shor was exactly, but he mentioned to Rav Gedalia Shor that he had been learning Daf Yomi because he wanted to learn Gemara every single day like so many people do. And he mentioned to Rav Shor that because of this early train ride that he had to catch because he was traveling that day, he didn't get to go to his Daf Yomi shir that day. Just kind of mentioned it in passing. I've been doing Daf Yomi, I didn't get to go to my shir this morning. Rav Gedalia Shor on the spot said, I also learned Daf Yomi, and I haven't learned today's Daf yet either. Would you want to learn it together with me? And the man said, sure, not realizing he was about to learn a Daf of Gemara with one of the greatest Talmidei Chachamim and one of the greatest Rosh Yeshiva in the world. They took out their Gemaras, they learned Daf Yomi together. Maybe at some point while they were learning the Daf, he realized, I think the guy who I'm learning with kind of knows this all already very, very well. I'm not sure. But they learned together like two chavrusas and did the Daf that day on the train. And Rav Shor's Talmidim who watched this were so amazed. Not that he could just open up the Gemara and learn any Daf and teach it perfectly. Of course, that they already knew. But to see how humble he was. Not to say to this man, I can teach it to you, I'm a Rabbi, I know today's page, but firstly, that he was willing to take the time on the train to learn with this man who he didn't know. And secondly, the way he did it so humbly to say, oh, I didn't learn today's Daf yet either. Would you want to learn it with me? Making it seem as if they were equals in their Torah learning, like, oh, I'll help you and you'll help me, and together we can learn the Daf. It was a beautiful story of learning Torah together with beautiful midos and different types of Jews and different people coming together to learn Torah. Good Shabbos, everyone!
Good Shabbos!
Good Shabbos.